so when Trump got in the second time, and it really took me until the inauguration, that
Mm,
when the inauguration happened, yeah, then I started having the nightmares, and
okay.
that proved to be very prescient about what was about to come down the pike.
Right.
And I was from New Mexico, and so we've seen the impact on our neighbors enormously because uh, we're a very uh, Hispanic and Spanish state, right? Because New Mexico, of course, was part of Spain and Mexico until the late 1800s.
Yeah,
So,
I can
so
imagine the
this
big shifts.
this is when I said, okay. It's so first I thought, okay, I should just get away for a while, and then it was like I was dipping my toe into leaving.
Mm,
That especially because I loved my community and I loved my home in New
yeah,
Mexico. Um, but eventually I just thought, no, just
yeah.
do it fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you had your way out through Portugal. Had you done a little research before of what life could look like here?
No,
No.
no, not at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah,
so,
so the
so
visa was there, so great, let's do it.
exactly. So you say planning, but on the other hand, it was actually extremely spontaneous. I didn't have a clue what I was getting into. I did. I had actually been to my flat, which is up in Braga, so that is in the north. But
Okay.
I don't live there.
Yeah.
I had been there once for 2 days,
Got the
and
keys, visited.
exactly, and uh, so I did a lot of armchair traveling from New Mexico.
What do
That
you call armchair traveling?
So armchair traveling is basically you sit with your computer and look at places.
Okay.
and so it, as I was trying to figure out, well, where do I want to go to? What do I want to
Right.
rent? So originally I rented when I got here. And I quickly realized that the thing that I did not want to give up about my life in New Mexico were the dark skies and the vast uh, expanses where you
Okay.
just saw into the great distance there. It was a beautiful, beautiful place to live. And you saw every star in the sky.
Right.
So that made me realize that it had to be the Alentejo.
Interesting. It's actually quite refreshing to meet people who don't live in the usual areas of Portugal. Generally, we think of Portugal, we think, okay, Algarve, around Lisbon, around Porto, maybe the wider suburb, Ericeira, and all that. But everything's by the sea. And initially, when you told me I'm by the Spanish border, indeed, I was thinking the north side by the sea. It's
Right.
the first instinct. But yeah, you're saying you wanted to find, yeah, to bring with you part of those landscapes that you had in New Mexico. Interesting.
Yeah, there are times, if you squint, you could think
Yeah.
you were in New Mexico. And, um, and so I really do love living in the Alentejo. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's extremely challenging in comparison to other parts of Portugal
Right.
because of the language barrier.
Of course.
Um, so I really plunged in that way that it's been full submersion um,
Mm,
and submersion, not immersion.
yeah.
um, and as a result I've been learning the language quickly and fiercely. uh, it's scary when you go to a dentist and they don't speak your language.
Yeah.
Like,
I,
it's
I think
very
it's probably much
vulnerable.
more challenging than in a larger city like Lisbon, of course, where you're in smaller towns. People aren't used to having that many foreigners or even the infrastructure.